The 100% LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, I have to play through all 36 levels covering the original 6 Star Wars movies, collect 360 mini-kits, 36 red bricks, 360 blue mini-kits, and 160 gold bricks, purchase every single character, beat the impossible super story where I'll have to beat each movie in under an hour, and harder than all that, resist the urge to not just sit here and pick up every single stud in sight. I 100%ed LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. And this video is actually sponsored by the LEGO Group, as they're celebrating 30 years of LEGO games. So to celebrate 30 spectacular years, leave a comment down below talking about your favorite LEGO games, or your favorite memories playing these brick-infested collectathons using the hashtag LEGOGames30. For me, it was the absolute glee I had when I first got to play as Mothman in the original LEGO Batman. I mean, just look at how cool he is. So share that across the internet, and thanks to the LEGO Group for sponsoring today's video. I drop into the game, and of course, the first thing I do is just absolutely tear apart every single chair in the cantina, because I am a stud-obsessed maniac whose addiction cannot be curbed. Alright guys, what order should I play them in? Oh, I have to start with one? Oh. Dude, this isn't the right way to consume the media. I wanted to do it in machete order. So with that, it was on to Episode 1, Chapter 1, Negotiations, where Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi have secretly been dispatched to settle some trade war conflict. Because that's what everyone's favorite part of Star Wars is, dealing with international shipping laws. Look at all these droids. Wait, is this really how the Phantom Menace started? Most of my remembrance from Star Wars is admittedly from Spaceballs. Of course, the first thing I do upon getting into the level is switch from Qui-Gon Jinn to Obi-Wan. For whatever reason, ever since I was like a kid playing this game, I just refuse to play as Qui-Gon. Maybe it's his disgusting ponytail or his auraless outfit, or maybe it's the fact that this movie ends with an all-timer skill issue from him. As such, I'm a ride or die Obi-Wan guy. You know, I'm really hoping nothing bad ever happens to him. I can use the Force to open up the first door here, letting me into the main hallway where an army of droids descend upon me. Luckily, Obi-Wan can take them all out with his sick lightsaber moves and not feel any remorse about it, as Obi-Wan just slaughters these cold, unfeeling robots. Now, while I could easily progress on through the level, there are these tiny little switches that I can use the Force onto to grab some studs. This is of course useful, as each level has a little bar at the top that fills as you collect more and more studs, and filling it completely will earn you the true Jedi rank on that level. Now, while this is a requirement on every single level in the game for 100%, we all know that that's not what this is about. It's about the feeling you get when you collect a stud, the sense of pure elation you exude the second you hear that stud collection sound, and that's only emphasized tenfold by the blue stud. A single stud worth 1,000. An unmatched feeling that could break up even the best of childhood friendships. Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. What is this? Power up? The heck's a power up? I am a true Jedi! Further on, we discover this droid that I'm now just discovering is not C-3PO, but instead an entirely separate protocol droid called TC-14.
We are greatly honored by your visit, ambassadors.
Am I crazy or is she kind of bad? We take our new little Mamacita droid back to the beginning of the level, which takes like 40 years because she walks so insanely slow. Could they not have given her rockets or even just like knees or something? And there's actually this door we can use TC on, which opens up this little side chamber, and if me and the greasy Jedi stand on these buttons, we can lower the force field, giving us our first mini kit. These are one of the main collectibles of LEGO Star Wars, having 10 of them hiding in each level. Back to where we were though, and there's this little protocol panel that I can build for TC. No! My studs! Oh, guys, that was a close one. I almost lost my stud. In the next room, we can grab another mini kit by jumping onto this credenza, and we're brought into a large, more open room. Watch me hit this sick clip though. That was not what I intended to happen. Can you frick off? Oh my god! That was savage as heck, I'm not even gonna lie. Holy crap, I did not have to do him like that. Dude, I was obsessed with these things. I was obsessed with these guys, even though they absolutely suck. They're actually terrible. I died. Wow. They're actually absolutely terrible. They always have been. But I was obsessed. I was like, these are the best things in the game because you get a shield. Even though it's like super easy to just go like this and dodge any damage. I always want to play as them. They're slow. They cannot do any damage. You know what? I guess they can do a little bit of damage. After taking out those droidecas, I can use some sick Obi-Wan jumps to get up here, grabbing me my 4th mini kit. I even managed to find this little speeder vehicle that I can bring into the next room as we're attacked by droids. But they're no match for the unrivaled strength of my turret gun. Oh, unlimited power! With that finished, we can use TC to open up this ship, sneak in, and head on out, finishing the level. Now, before we head into Chapter 2, I took a brief stop at the cantina again just to look around, where I found a pretty funny Easter egg. You see, I have the music completely turned off for this game, you know, so I don't get sued into oblivion by Disney. And as such, the band who's usually playing just... I turned off the music, so look at how mad they are. That's so funny. No. Into Chapter 2, and our Jedi gang has snuck on the ship to try and warn the Nabooians? Nabooites? Nabiligers? Try to warn the people of Naboo about the full-scale attack the Trade Federation is launching upon them. I like how this is just fully Earth. That was just straight up a model of Earth. Oh, is this where... Oh my god, isn't this where we meet the goat? Stop. Why would I want to play as Qui-Gon? We're dropped into this jungly environment, and while a normal person would, you know, just walk down the path in front of them, my obsession with proving to the world I am a true Jedi has me using the Force on every single leaflet and flower I see. A painstaking process, as each one takes very long and gives me barely any studs. But it's worth it, just to prove to the 40-year-old wine moms that watch my videos that I can become a master wizard in a game made for children. My favorite character in Star Wars! Miss Aranto. Flowers. Guys, maybe I shouldn't do my Jar Jar voice. It actually sounded more Stitch now that I think about it. That's probably for the best. The less Jamaican my Jar Jar sounds, the better. Yes, we're gonna play as Jar Jar, bro. Do you think this Jar Jar voice Binks is offensive Tuesday? Miss Aranta Corals.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Jar Jar is actually our first high-jumping character, which means he can, jump high. And that's pretty much it. They wouldn't dare give Jar Jar a Glock because they knew he'd be too powerful. How can not even Jar Jar reach that? Why is that mini kit so high? All right, what am I doing wrong here? Okay, guys, the solution. I got it from Happy Thumbs Gaming. Oh, this is how you play the children's game. Okay. Now I have to give myself some credit here, because how would I ever in a million years think to force this random flower to give me a platform that I can then push like 20 feet to let me jump up and grab this mini kit? After finishing up my botany project, I can go and head on into the next room. Here we've got a few puzzles to solve where we need to go back and forth using everyone's specialties. Obi-Wan's Force, Jar Jar's high jump, and Qui-Gon's undoubtedly rancid smell. We also find a door that can only be entered by bounty hunters, so it looks like we'll have to revisit this level later on. I'm just like, Qui-Gon, could you get the frick out of here? You're being so annoying. Can you guys kill him? Oh my god, they don't kill. I do like that they were like, we need to create like monsters who have elephant noses, but nowhere was he like, maybe we should put some women in this franchise. I have to get True Jedi this level after I built. If I don't get it after I freaking grew all those flowers, more flowers. I go around guzzling down every last stud I can find until we've gone and entered the final room of the level. Yeah, these prequel chapters are extremely short for whatever reason, so we're gonna really have to hustle here if we want True Jedi. If we use the Force on these little blocks, we can build a little robot, which gives us our 6th mini kit. Kind of how I'm built, I'm not gonna lie. But despite forcing every single flower in this forest, True Jedi sits just outside of our reach. I search and search and search, but no, there are truly no more studs to find. Come on, don't be the end of the chapter. Don't be the end of the chapter, man. I'm so close. I grew all those plants. Oh no. Yep, that was the end of the chapter, so I'll have to come back here to achieve the rank of Jedi. For now, it was time to just dive into the water and swim to meet the king of Naboo? Wait, I thought Padme was Naboo's queen. So is this green freak married to her? Or is he not the king? Who the heck are you, you green hoovel-looking freak? With that completed, it was on to Chapter 3, Escape from Naboo. Here, basically everything went wrong. The Trade Federation seizes control of Naboo, and Queen Amidala and her loyal protector are captured. Yo, come here. Jar Jar. We're gonna go lightsaber mode on him. Hey, we're gonna go lightsaber. But mine's not working. Me's are so hungry. Oh. I don't know. Jar Jar had his little moment. And this guy's my apprentice. I made a doopy. I crapped my pants. The gang decides to split up, so we'll be playing as Queen Amidala and Captain Panaka, a character who may be remembered more for his appearance in this level of LEGO Star Wars than anything he ever did in those movies. Also, I just want to emphasize how insane this game sounds since I can't have any of the music on. It is truly haunting. In this level, we play as our first blaster characters, who have the benefit of not just a sick Glock, but can also use these little grapple circles. But more powerful than all that is that they can shoot these little gates here and give us studs! Glorious studs! I shan't be robbed of my true Jedi status once again. And if you thought the blaster was the Queen's only weapon, you better think again, baby, as she's got the meanest slap on this side of the galaxy. We head further on into the level, where I pick up a mini kit, blast some droids, and eventually get to meet up with the rest of our Jedi crew. And thank God we did, because that means more plan manipulation. Come to me, studs. I heard studs. What exploded? No, the studs. Truly the saddest story ever told. Yellow studs never collected. The Queen can then hop onto this elevator and shoot the targets, letting us into the next room. And you know, I truly never realized how overpowered the Force was in this game. Like, as long as the droids are grouped up, you can kill them with like a single push. And it's even auto-aimed. Like, how do the midichlorians do that? So honestly, this game is way harder than I remembered. Like, I die all the time, and this game doesn't really have any defensive options, so the best way to defend yourself is just kill the opposition. There's like 6 CPUs and none of them can hit this one droid. We got 2 gun users, the and the freaking Jedi. But this results in a surprising number of deaths. And while there are no true consequences for dying... No! My coins! My coins! You freaking jerk, man. Yes, that's what Obi-Wan gets for not putting his studs into a living trust, right? Right? You guys get it? It's a joke about wills and taxes. Truly no other YouTuber doing it like me. No 6-7 jokes, just straight funeral humor. Oh, we're so close, dog. I see that stud almost filled. Every single stud here is gonna matter. There's a blue stud. Come on. Oh! I'm a true Jedi. And that's why I love you. And with that, we'd achieved the rank of true Jedi on this level, and thusly could head on through the exit. Never to hear from Captain Pancake again.
I'm a droid.
Why is that my droid voice? Beep barp. Oh my god. What? Who are they making fun of? Frankenstein? Oh my god, we killed them. Hey there, come along with me. Damn, Obi-Wan, you didn't have to do it like that. That felt mean. The Millennium Falcon! And with that, it was on to Chapter 4. Episode 4. Mos Espa Pod Race. The last thing you'd want inside of Mos Espa would be a pod race. Queen Amidala and her Jedi protectors have fled Naboo, heading for Coruscant. They plan to inform the Galactic Senate of the Trade Federation invasion. Wow, they really knew this was gonna appeal to kids. Wow, these guys didn't pay enough taxes! Holy crap, I love Star Wars! However, the Royal Starship's hyperdrive is damaged in the escape, and they have been forced to land on the remote planet of Tatooine for repairs. Why was the animation there kind of giving One Punch Man? Hey, we need a new battery. $500. Why are the Jedis broke? Don't all of the universe's money go to them basically? Yeah, so long story short, we gotta do some pod racing as baby Anakin. Oh my god! Controls! It's way too fast! And oh my god, the controls here. You're moving at 4 billion miles an hour. But surely this is just a weird quirk of pod racing, and not an emblematic theme of all vehicle levels that will single-handedly cause me hours upon hours of distress, right? Anyway, as if moving at 1 billion miles an hour wasn't enough, I guess these guys are mad about it and start throwing boulders at us. You know, who even are these guys anyway? Sand people? They're called sand people? Georgie, what were you cooking up during this trilogy? I am sending the ACLU to your house. What's the green arrow? What's the meaning of that? Oh, I got a mini kit, apparently. Yeah, this level is just impulse overload. But if you ever watched my second channel, you know that I am truly the master of ADHD. They could throw Family Guy funnies in the bottom left corner, and I'd still persevere. Honestly, that was pretty accurate Star Wars dialogue. I'm not gonna... Oh my god, that guy just died! Are we just chill with that? You just kill for $500 in this universe? Is nobody gonna say anything? That guy just straight up died. No, guys, he's fine. These get you blue coins. Holy crap. Even accounting for inflation, that's only $1,000. How bad could conditions possibly be on Tatooine that people will commit freaking manslaughter for $1,000? Maybe that's what the Jedi should be focused on. Irregardless, we had gone around and finished our second lap and proceed on to the finale. Yeah! What are you gonna do, Anakin? Oh, stare at him. Yeah, you got him. You showed him, I guess. How could this pod racing machine cost less than $500 is my question. This pod racing machine seems like it must cost 50 billion gajillion dollars, right? But I guess that somehow worked, as Anakin is able to pull ahead and take first place in the pod race. I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but I think this guy might have some potential, guys. Why is he mad? We gave him $500. And with that, another level completed and another true Jedi obtained. The next level, really long story short, but everyone on Naboo is actually chill with the coup going on, so Amidala wants to try and retake the palace. So she goes and talks to the green guy, who I guess isn't the king, but he's the king of the Jar Jars, and they go to war for the queen. Okay, wait, hold on. So the Trade Federation is rebelling against an actual queen who raised taxes too high on their trade routes. And I'm supposed to feel bad for her? Honestly, it sounds like this monarchy need to come crumbling down anyway. Anyway, all the Jar Jars go to war with the Naboo military, and guys, I'm not saying that the underdogs never win, but they brought spears and camels against guns and tanks. While that's happening, the team, including Captain Pancake, I guess, okay, sneak back into the palace and try and overtake it again. But now they have a 9-year-old boy, so they're sure to succeed this time. Now, in this first section, droids are shooting at you from all over, impeding any progress, so we gotta take them out first. But it's then that I remember one of the largest scars that LEGO Star Wars had ever left on me. The unspeakable horror of trying to reflect laser beams. Yeah, I think there's like some sort of system to this, but you know what? I don't understand it at all. You'll sit there for like minutes at a time reflecting lasers, and not a single one will go back and kill the target. Can you not just like use the force on the bullet or something like that? Luckily for me though, Natalie Portman has got a sick jump shot, so I can make quick work of the droids here and make it onto the next room. Here, since we have so many party members now, we need to find ways for each of them to get across this gap. Like force building this platform for the Jedi and R2, using the grapple for the blaster characters, and this little hatch for baby Anakin to crawl through. Honestly, not a lot to say about this level. It's mostly just killing a bunch of droids with some minor platforming throughout. Though I do love this section where you have to get Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon on these opposite boxes and they levitate each other using the force. Though this does beg the question, if you can just do this to somebody else's box, like can't you just do it on yourself and make yourself fly? Eventually, we make it back to the palace, and if we use force on all this furniture, set the table, and then destroy everything, we'll actually get our very first red power brick. There is one of these in every single level, but unlike most of the other collectibles in this game, these actually do something, giving you access to these new super powerful abilities in the shop, which makes them far and away the most important collectible in the game. Unfortunately, this one gives us Super Slap, making it absolutely useless, and all of this a big waste of time. Okay, we have to save those guys? They can't, these people, they can't take on a single battle droid, man? Okay. Dude, not having the force in the Star Wars universe gotta blow. You're like just trying to get to your 9 to 5 and someone's like, oh, nope, there's another Battlestar battle. Sorry, boss, I'm gonna be late again. Another galactic warfare fight. The boss is like, yeah, well, it is Monday after all. This is the third time. Oh, nice hit, True Jedi. This is the third time this week you're called out because of a galactic warfare fight. One thing I will never forgive in this game is just how absolutely useless the AI partners are. Like, we literally have a magic green wizard and 2 gun users, and they can't kill a single one of these bolt buckets. After saving all the guards, we can open up the ship door and fly on out of here, finishing the chapter and taking us to the final chapter in episode 1, Darth Maul. Why did they cook so hard on Darth Maul? He might be like the coolest character in all of Star Wars. That is so cool. Zoom, zoom, zoom. No, Obi-Wan! He gave him a mild concussion. If he can use the force like that, like why doesn't he always just do that? He's only got 3 hearts. I have to block all these. Oh no, this is infamously very... Oh, nope, they fixed all the tracking for this stage. Do you have to get True Jedi in the boss fights? Dude, this is what I'm saying. The bouncing is so inaccurate. I just have to stand here. Come on. What do you want from me? Dude, come on. Oh my God, thank goodness. Sorry, Darth Maul. Relax. There's a chance I could get True Jedi on this level. A blue coin. Qui-Gon. My gosh. I am so excited for what's about to happen to you, man. You're so useless. Ah! What the heck? He hit me with dark magic. No, push it back. Yeah, bro. And that's because the power of light will always outshine the power of darkness. Oh, I gotta do this again? You're joking. No, I have to sit here and wait for my bullets to just happen to hit one of them. Is there like a certain spot you need to be in? See, when I like seem to do it, like I pull it out like right before they do it, it seems to hit. When I'm like sitting there spamming it, it doesn't. This is like hold A so the Pokemon catches better when you catch it. Dude, come on. Please, dude. Oh, no, Obi. Okay. After what feels like hours of sitting here reflecting bullets, I'm able to force push enough furniture at Mr. Maul to get him to retreat. But while a high-octane boss fight sounds like a blast, there is no such luxury for us, as I'm a slave to the studs. So I have to overturn every single doohickey in sight, desperately looking for those precious blueies. Sorry, Darth Maul, please wait just a couple minutes for us. I promise we're coming. There's a gold stud over here. You know, it honestly makes canonical sense that Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon would do this now that I know that they're flat bros. We follow Mr. Maul into this platform room and manage to grab enough studs to almost achieve True Jedi. But all that changes when Maul makes an escape and sticks an army of droids on us. No! Oh, it's over. It's so over. What the hell? How did you let this happen, Qui-Gon? What were you doing? Look at how much money we lost. God, you're such a dolt. Now I'm not going to become a True Jedi. Now the Jedi Council will never give me the rank of Master. No! Oh, it's cooked. It's cooked. Don't even try. Don't even freaking try, Qui-Gon. We're cooked. Do you see how much money we lost, bro? That was like 10,000 studs. This is a disaster. Do you know how many lights I turned on back there to earn those studs, bro? But a hallway filled to the brim with studs, it reinvigorates my hopes that maybe, just maybe, I could actually do this. Victory is within reach. Not the killing Darth Maul. I couldn't care less about that. Oh, what? No, there's no more studs. Wait, there is. Okay, hold on. Qui-Gon, fight him off for a couple seconds. There might be enough studs here to make this work. Qui-Gon, what are you doing? Yes. Fight him off while I get these studs. Come on, go on. Dude, I'm gonna take your daughter after this, Liam. Qui-Gon, what are you doing? Bro, do something, anything. anything. Okay, hold on. No, we're so close. I want the mini kit, man. You take it. Oh, what the heck? He's throwing pots and pans at us. Qui-Gon, you gotta be throwing that back at him. Can't you see I'm trying to do something here, Qui-Gon? Yes! Oh my God. If I get all the way up here and you tell me I need freaking Jar Jar to do this, I'm gonna be so mad. Are you joking? What? You're joking. I worked so hard to get up there. I'm not getting True Jedi. I'm not getting the mini kit. Oh, now I'm really gonna let you have it. You've gone and angered me. Oh, no. Oh, you've gone too far this time, brother. No! Oh, he hit him in the leg. I don't remember him in the midriff like that. Yes, get him, Obi. Oh, my God, he's got the moves. Whoa, no. Oh, I forgot he did that. I was like, wait, I don't remember this. I didn't think Obi-Wan died here. No. Oh, yeah, wait, this is so cool. Shoom. His legs! Like they're... I can't believe they actually killed him in a Lego game. I thought they were gonna do like a jet thing. Jesus Christ, that was dark. Finished story. Qui-Gon's dead, bro. Eat it, bro. That's what you get for not doing anything. Honestly, you deserved it. Nah, it's chill though, guys. Let's freaking party. Oh, they gave him the Orb of Power. Nice. Jar Jar wasn't in this movie as much as I thought. Ew. And that was so gross. He's like 4. Oh my God. Why did they put that in there? Oh my God. That was so disgusting. He's like 12 years old. Dude, the queen of... Where are we? Naboo is like freaking... Oh my God, that was so disgusting. I mean, we did pretty good. We got True Jedi on 4 out of 6 levels. We got almost all of the golden bricks. Now that we had finished episode 1, while we could move on to episode 2, I want to first go back and get all the collectibles we missed from the first one in free play mode. Free play mode allows us to play as any character that we have unlocked. And to do that, I wanted to create my own custom characters. Yes, in these tubes here, you can actually create your very own character using parts from all the other ones. And I wanted to create some mind-boggling characters that would stay with me throughout my long journey in this galaxy far, far away. Okay, this is my first custom character. His name's Darth 47. I made a backstory for him. His backstory is that like he was born on this island with like the way his species breeds is like by like the hundreds, right? So he was born on an island to his 2 parents when there's like 200 other babies. And when they all got to 7, he was like, his dad was like, only one of you will make it off the island. You must all fight to the death. And he put like one freaking like crown in the middle. So Darth 47 was forced to like kill each and every single one of them, slaughtered them all, killed them all to death. He made it out, and you know, he doesn't even want to be a Sith Lord, but he's just like filled with so much evil and anger in his bones, like that he has to be. Like, and he's constantly weighed down by the struggle that he's like not even evil, but like evil was like imbued in him from the start. Like, does he even know if he can like ever escape such a destiny? And then this is Jimmy Funk. He was made with the sole purpose of getting funky. Now that we're in free play mode, we can use all the abilities we were missing when we originally tackled this level, like R2 doors, high jumps, grapple points, dark side force, etc. For the most part, these sections are just a matter of going back through using all these abilities and grabbing the mini kits, so I'm going to be way less thorough here, only really mentioning it when significant things happen. Upon collecting all the level's mini kits though, you build a little bit more of this Lego brick creation, which is just so satisfying to watch just each piece smash into place. And then right at the end it explodes and gives you, oh my God, look at all those blue studs! I'm rich! Nothing bad can ever happen to me! Yeah, what's that blue mini kit thing? Oh, challenge. What do I have to do? Oh, I have 20. Oh my God. Okay, we gotta go. We only have 20 minutes. Wait, that actually seems like a really long amount of time. Trust me, Past Shawnee, it's not nearly as much as you think. Yeah, I guess I just never noticed these as a kid, but every single level has a separate challenge mode. In it, you've got 20 minutes to try and find these 10 blue mini kits, which are hidden in separate locations than the original ones. It's important to note that in all these levels that while it is free play and you can play as whoever you want, all extras and red brick powers are disabled to make things more fair. The blue mini kits are generally more out in the open than the white ones were, and don't require you to like do things like build a structure or turn on a bunch of lights, but that by no means they're easy. I've got about 12 minutes left, but I've already made it to the end of the level and I'm still missing 3 mini kits. I retraced my steps and managed to find this one in the alleyway and this one in the back of the first room, but I'm still missing one, and despite scouring every single room, I just cannot find it anywhere. Go. Come on. Okay, there's not. This was a big waste of time. I told you there could never be something there. Okay, maybe it's like by the ship, maybe? I guess I could do these things again? Maybe destroying these guys or something? I don't know. I'm trying everything, bro. All right, I need to go Jar Jar mode here. There's gotta be like just a jump that I missed or something, right? Oh no. That clock is ticking and it's scaring me. Where's the last minikit, man? Is it in there or something? I don't know, man. I'm trying everything. This is a challenge. They weren't joking. I have checked every single pixel in this stupid level. Where could it possibly be? The last blue minikit. Get out of here. Wait. Oh, wait. Look, I never went in here. I forgot about this. Look. Oh, what? No, not that. Don't do that. I think I need good magic. Use good magic. Go magic. Good magic. Yes. Yes, the 10th one. Let's go. Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah, I don't have to get to the end of the level. Oh, sick. For completing the challenge mode, similar to normal minikits, we're given just a whole slew of blue studs. Next, I go into free play to tackle the second level, but unfortunately, I'm still missing way too many abilities to actually get anything done. While completing the episode gave me Darth Maul and his 6 Sith powers, I still have no characters that are considered bounty hunters or stormtroopers. So for now, I decided to just proceed on into episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I think we can all agree this is the best one, right? Bounty Hunter Pursuit. That seems like a promising way to get the bounty hunter characters. All right, so basically the way this starts out is this woman named Zam Wesell, who everyone remembers, is trying to assassinate Padme. So she releases these worms into her room. But Obi-Wan and Anakin, who's an adult now, have some Jedi foresight or whatever and are able to kill the worms, and then get into their speeders to follow the freakazoid. Yes, unlike the previous levels, this is our first true vehicle level. The controls are so wonky though. How do I get over there? The controls are so lucid. What the heck? I don't even know where I'm looking at. How do I get these? I can't really follow what's going on. Oh my god, the controls. Yeah, the vehicle levels in this game have a bit of reputation for being, well, how do I put this lightly? They're not my favorite, and I'm not very good at them, because, like, the controls have you moving at, like, 4 billion miles an hour. They require constant precision, like forcing you to hit incredibly small targets, not to mention there's absolutely no way to aim your shots at all. So you're just spamming X, praying to God you shoot one of the 17 turrets shooting at you from all directions across the map. What are we even doing here, guys? But not only are the vehicle levels in this game not the best, this is far and away the worst of them all. First of all, I think everyone can agree that Attack of the Clones is the worst Star Wars movie. Second worst Star Wars movie. But even within this movie, who the heck cares about Zam Wesell? Look at the design of Boba Fett. He's got this super cool helmet, this mysterious faceplate, like perfect costume work. Look at Zam Wesell. What is this helmet? She looks like she's wearing a colander on her head. Okay, but even disregarding the story here, the level itself is just not good. Because of the pretty slippery vehicle controls in this game, it's at its best when you get to go really fast. Like the pod racing level, I mean, that was freaking awesome. This level wants you to constantly go around and blow up these little freaking satellites, so you gotta wait for the torpedoes to reload, and then you gotta try and fly up to these things, inevitably miss, and just... We're wearing speeders! Speeders are supposed to go fast! Why am I sitting here doing freaking flip turns trying to explode a telephone pole? But after we get through all of that, it was time for our boss fight. Our cinematic confrontation with Zam Wesell. Oh my god, I eviscerated him. Holy crap. How was that even fair? Oh my god, poor guy. That wasn't even right. I don't feel right about that. We catch up to Zam, but Jango Fett goes ahead and kills her before we can get any info out of her. Now, as much as I'd love to continue on to the next level, we actually gotta go back to the cantina. As now that we've finished that level, we're able to purchase Zam Wesell in the shop, who is our first bounty hunter character. And with that, we can go back to these Phantom Menace levels and finish up the free play sections. In addition to being able to access bounty hunter exclusive doors, bounty hunters also have the ability to throw these like giant grenade things that destroy the otherwise indestructible silver Lego objects. With Zam now at her disposal, I'm able to get all the minikits in the Jar Jar level, but cooler than that, I pick up the all-powerful Pooh Money Red Brick. That's sure to come in handy. But yeah, like I said, not much to talk about here. It's really just getting the collectibles in free play and then completing the challenge mode. There are 2 exceptions though. Firstly, I completely skipped the pod racing level. In fact, I'll be skipping all vehicle level free plays until I'm able to unlock a certain vehicle type much further into the playthrough. Secondly, despite all my new tricks, I'm still unable to get the minikits in Darth Maul, and in fact, I don't even get true Jedi because of these stupid droid armies. Unfortunately for me, all the red brick power-ups in episode 1 are basically useless, so despite all that work, I'm going to chapter 2 of episode 2 with nothing to show for it. Here, Obi-Wan decides to follow Jango Fett, mostly because he's the only cool character in this movie, and oh my god, this level. I've got beef with this level. You see, a long time ago, I was but a wee 9-year-old boy, and my friend Cameron Zimmerman invites me over to his place to play Lego Star Wars on his Xbox. But Cameron was only allowed an hour of Xbox time every day, and he had already used the first half this morning. You know, okay, that's fine. There's still 30 sweet minutes of Lego Star Wars time with my buddy. You know, I know nothing about this game at this point, so we just load into whatever level he's up to. This one, Discovery on Kamino. He gets to be Obi-Wan since he's player 1, but me, things weren't so easy for me. You See, in this movie, Obi-Wan Kenobi goes to Kamino alone, as they need to give time for Anakin to finish out his totally very legal relationship with Padme. So that means I was forced to play as R4P17. That's right, not only would I be forced to play as a useless astromech droid, but I'd even get to play as a cool one like R2 or that black one. A whole level of watching Cameron zoom around using the Force, and I was just sitting there, powerlessly rolling through the level, watching all the fun go down. And by the time we finished, Cameron's 30 minutes of game time were up, and the Xbox forced to turn off. All my fun robbed away from me as I was forced to just spend 30 minutes being Cameron's doorman. It was the first day of my life where I learned about betrayal, dishonor, and how cruel life can be. But now I get to be the one to play as Obi-Wan, so why don't you suck on that, Zimmerman? You shan't have power over me ever again. I head inside this complex and find this little broom that you need to force push. But since the room is a circle, every little bit your force stops and you need to like run up and move it more. But every second you aren't pushing it, the broom actually falls further behind. It's a race of pure endurance, and you know, for like a Lego game, it's actually kind of difficult. But finally, after seconds of agony, I managed to get all the way across the room. That was it? I just got studs out of all that? You're joking. Do you know how long that took me? For some studs? In the next room, we've got these little panels where you need to walk around and quickly light them all up before they go dark. This actually gives me a bit of trouble, as I end up just like barely being slow enough to miss each one each time, which R4 is no help with, by the way, but I do eventually succeed. This reveals that this entire factory was just to make clone soldiers of Jango Fett, a plan approved by Chancellor Palpatine, which honestly just seems like a really smart and dope plan, and I can give you 66 reasons as to why. This level also reveals that Jango Fett's son Boba Fett isn't actually his son, but instead is actually just another clone of himself, just without the accelerated aging that most clones have. Imagine your game is so bad that instead of just finding a wife and starting a family, you decide to clone yourself to have a son. Anyway, now it's time to chase Jango down the bridge, where we end up having a square off with him. Oh, do we actually get to fight him? Oh, but his kid left. And while Obi-Wan was going sicko Jedi mode on Jango, don't worry, because the R4 player gets to stand there. Eventually, after some battling, he starts flying around and shooting missiles at us, that we then have to direct back towards him, blowing him up. And you know, if it were me, I would just like, not do that. But I guess I'm not the one they're making 4 billion clones of, so what do I know? Yes, I'll kill you! But it's in a Jedi's code not to kill, even though he totally looks like he's about to kill that dude. There's no way to safely disarm someone with a freaking lightsaber, bro. I always love that win the battle, lose in the cutscene kind of thing. Is that a bomb? Oh, it's a tracker. That makes more sense. I was like, he's about to blow up the ship. That's insane. They're going into the sun? Damn. Jango's taking this loss pretty harshly. Now it was on to Chapter 3, Droid Factory, where it was time to check in on everyone's favorite blossoming future Netflix documentary. Dude, he's being owned by one droideka? He's fine. He's fine, guys. This is so weird. Dude, I still can't believe they get together. I don't even have time to crack into this, guys. Where are these freaks? We head into the Droid Factory to try and save Obi-Wan, but little did I know that there was going to be this giant hydraulic press inside that incinerates you on the spot. I mean, guys, do we really need to save Obi-Wan? He seems like a pretty smart guy. I'm sure he'll figure it out. For a reason I cannot explain, we end up running into R2 later on, and I'm really not sure how he got here, and C-3PO's here too. What did I miss? Why are they all here? A true Jedi never kills. Unless it's these random bug people from a planet that we're trying to colonize. Then it's kind of chill, actually. Towards the end of this level, there's this little maze where you need to go around and disarm all the doors with R2, and after going around a few times, I managed to deactivate them all and grab this level's red brick, which will end up giving us the character studs power. And this is going to be incredibly important going forward. Eventually, we get to the end and find Obi-Wan. Hold on, Obi-Wan. Wait up. There's a blue coin over here. Gang all together again. Oh, no. Oh, crap, Jango Fett. Oh, God, that didn't go so well for us, guys. On to the next level, and things are looking pretty dang bad for our heroes here. But, I mean, they're looking even worse for these guys in the background. I mean, why are they PNGs with their outlines still visible? Is this like a Star Wars lore thing that I don't know about? But here it seems like we're kind of screwed, as Count Dooku and Jango Fett watch our heroes die. Mace Windu, I forgot about him. Oh, my God, he's the coolest character in all Star Wars. Do I get to play as Mace Windu? Oh, this is sick. Can I switch to any other characters? I mean, like, I want to play as Mace Windu. I'm not mad about that. I'm just curious. No, I can't be any of these other Jedi? Why not? Like, there's all these Jedi, and the second player still has to play as freaking R2-D2? Like, are you joking? That's so funny to me. The biggest thing that I'm sure you've already noticed is that our enemies are now dropping studs upon death, which is from that red brick we got in the last level. This seems like a meaningless little get, maybe just a couple studs here and there, but this single-handedly trivializes getting true Jedi in any level in this game. I mean, the amount of enemies you kill in this game is staggering. So the fact that each one now gives a whole explosion of studs is actually pretty massive. We go around the arena killing the droids we're told to, which lets us save our heroes. Also, we need to briefly talk about the aura that these giant blue robots have. Like, why are they so freaking cool? The lack of head, the fact that they just shoot out their arm, like... The rest of this level just entails us going around and killing whatever the targeted droid is, until eventually the game has decided we've done enough. Then we've got another boss fight with Jango Fett, and while I struggle with him at first, I quickly realize a pretty flawless technique to use against him.
He never saw the whirlwind strat coming! Watch out! You got hit with the whirlwind, Jango!
We proceed to murder Jango Fett in front of his only son, which, maybe feels a little cruel, but who has time to think about that? Yoda's here! And oh my god, it's so awesome. He guns down all these stupid droids and picks our heroes up as they fly away on the ship? Fly away on the ship. Don't tell me that means... Chapter 5, Gunship Cavalry, is another one of these beloved vehicle levels. But this is no ordinary vehicle level, as they've been saving something massive for right here and now.
I have a tow cable? Thrilling! A tow cable! I've always wanted to tow things in the Star Wars world. It's always been my dream. Thrilling towing gameplay. Wow, I've never towed like this in any other game before. Who would expect towing? This has got to be straight up the #1 towing game of all time if I'm keeping it a buck. No, if we're talking about towing games, I guess we got to talk about Expedition 33, you know what I'm saying? I've seen you, Lune. I see you out there.
Yes, it's the moment we've all been waiting for, the towing level. And you probably think I'm joking, but I'm being fully serious here. This entire level is all about towing. There are these little bombs that you need to latch onto and then carry over to these force field things, trying not to lose or explode your bomb on the way. Which, is easier said than done.
No! Come on, just tow this! For the love of God! Towing is so difficult! Oh, I shouldn't have been so flippant. Come on, tow. No! I gotta go all the way back now. Oh, towing gameplay. I love the characterization of Anakin Skywalker, but I really watch the Star Wars movies for the towing.
We make our way into the next room, where we've got even more towing to do.
Now my power-up makes my towing go twice as fast. AAA won't see it coming.
With that, we finish up the level as Count Dooku speeds away on his little bike, pushing us into the final chapter of episode 2, where it was time to finally confront the freak.
Has Anakin always had green magic? I thought he had blue magic. Didn't he just have a blue lightsaber like a little bit ago? Did he change lightsabers? Am I crazy? Maybe he was always using green lightsaber.
No, Anakin has never had a blue lightsaber ever. See, look, I even asked ChatGPT. After slaughtering a bunch of Dooku's bug goons, we make it to the back room, where the fight would normally be pretty tough, but
try messing with this move, bro. How do you counter this? Yeah, try. I'd like to see you try countering that. Yeah, eat rocks, bro. What the heck? His aura! Aura this, bro. I just hit you on the head with a brick.
And all that actually makes Mr. Dooku pretty mad, as he then proceeds to just fully slice Anakin's hand off.
So how could we ever take him on now? Yoda had to pull up on him. Oh, I'm gonna place Yoda, absolutely. Oh, wait, does he not have his chair in this one? Oh, no? That's okay. Holy crap, Yoda's bodying him.
Count Dooku proceeds to use some lightning on us, but we really got him beat in the numbers game, so we easily take him out. But that doesn't matter, obviously, because he hit us with the good old win in the battle, losing the cutscene, and immediately escapes out the back door. But where does he go to?
Yeah, we're evil. That's how the movie ends. It's like, yeah, I kind of gathered that they were evil. He's Darth Sidious, after all.
With episode 2 now completed, we've got a whole slew of new characters we can purchase, and in fact, the 2 characters you're gonna see me play as for like 90% of this playthrough. First up, we've got Count Dooku. We'll need him because Force, and specifically Sith Force, are super common in free play levels. And until the end of episode 6, Count Dooku and Maul are our only options. And despite Maul's sick dual lightsaber, his weird jumping actually makes him super annoying to use. And secondly, we've got Jango Fett. He fits the bill of a blaster character, a bounty hunter, and a flying character. And also he's just like really cool. Look at him! We can now also purchase some clone characters, which led us into the stormtrooper doors that we've been seeing all over the place. With all these upgrades, I can finally get all the mini kits and power brick in the Darth Maul level, except I still can't get True Jedi. Why is this droid section so freaking hard? After blowing off some steam, I do eventually manage to get it, but good god did that take so long. Now, while this has given us 100% in every level in episode 1, with the exception of the vehicle levels, there's actually a 7th additional room that I completely forgot about in here. This is like the episode's bonus room, and here we've got 3 time challenges we need to complete, and yes, these are all required for 100%. First up, we've got the super story. Here, you're required to play through the entire episode story from start to finish, both in under an hour, and also collecting 100,000 studs. The studs are almost a non-issue, as you'll get those just playing through the levels again naturally. And in case it wasn't obvious, all red brick extras are disabled for this mode as well. Once again, I don't really have much to say about this mode. It's just going through the same levels you've already seen, and at least for episode 1, I come in way under time. I will say though, what is a little frustrating is that you can't skip any of the cutscenes like you can in free free play for whatever reason, meaning you just gotta sit here through all of them. Our next bonus level is called a character bonus. This is like a custom area that they build out of one of the other levels from the episode, where you've got 5 minutes to earn 1,000,000 studs. And while that sounds like an insane amount, pretty much everything you destroy here just pours out blue and even the elusive purple stud at you. Not to mention all of the breakables respawn after a certain amount of time. Similarly, there's a minikit bonus level where you do the exact same thing, only this time you're in a vehicle. With all that done, it was time to go through all of episode 2's free plays. And while there's not much to mention here, there are a couple things I'd like to point out. First of all, for whatever reason, they hit a ton of super helpful power bricks all in this single episode. There's Force Grapple Leap that lets Force wielders use grapple points, Stud Magnet, which greatly increases your range for picking up studs, and this one is absolutely incredible. And it better be, because getting it was no walk in the park. See, this one is actually back in the Zam Wessel speeder level, and what you need to do is turn on all these little light things at the same time, but they turn themselves off very quickly. So don't think you can just double back if you miss one. You gotta get this all in one shot. Come on, 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 come on! No, this sucks. Oh my god, this is rough, guys. Come on, please. I hate the vehicle levels. No, 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 come on. I do eventually get it though, but for whatever reason, they hid it inside of this like weird red balloon that I gotta pop. We also picked up disarmed troopers, and this takes away the blasters of all clone and stormtroopers in the game, which, you know, is most of the enemies. And finally, perfect deflect, which not only makes you immune to all bullets, but fires these shots back at the enemy. The only things of note were this challenge mini kit that was just like out in the middle of nowhere for some reason. Like seriously, how are you supposed to find that one? And also the fact that the Count Dooku boss fight becomes a lot easier once you have a blaster wielder. Even with all the powers of their dumb wizard cult, gun still clears again. With all that taken care of, we could close the book on Attack of the Clones for now, and finally move on to the finale of the prequel trilogy, Revenge of the Sith. This one starts out with the Sith kidnapping Chancellor Palpatine, so Obi-Wan and Anakin are off to save him. Please don't tell me, oh no, it's another vehicle level. Oh. I accidentally hit that thing. Why are the controls inverted? Now, despite my absolute hatred of inverted controls, this level actually isn't too bad. Definitely the best of the vehicle levels, beside pod racing, of course. Unlike all the others in the game, this one's completely on the rails, which helps as you're not fighting against the butter controls the entire time. One quick shoot-a-thon later, and we've landed inside the base where Dooku and Grievous are holding Palpatine captive. Why did Obi-Wan put on a freaking... What's with these red pants? Oh yeah, no, this guy's not gonna be evil, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. This guy's really chill, actually. This level is also the introduction of General Grievous, who I am being fully serious when I say this. I'm like 95% certain George Lucas designed this guy to be turned into a Lego character. I mean, how does it look somehow cooler than his actual movie appearance here? We continue making our way through the ship and find R2 was imprisoned inside. Do these true droids ever do anything other than be captured? I mean, seriously, I feel like we find him at every freaking level at this point. Using his special door powers, we're able to get to the back room and find where the Chancellor's being held. Oh, that's so weird. He has the same wrinkles as the big bad of this series. Hopefully that won't come up again, guys. True Jedi! Wow, I guess the only one who would give him the rank of Jedi Master was this single level. Now, as much as I'd love to say that Dooku and I had this huge epic boss battle, I just hit the dude with the good old jump and stab, and he still hasn't found a counter for that one, I guess. Kill him! Oh my god! Yeah, this is fair, honestly. Holy heck. So do the Jedi kill people? Is that like kind of chill actually? Yeah, the Jedi were actually not super chill with that, but Obi-Wan's too busy thinking about his new tight pants, so he doesn't have time for this right now. In the next room, we get the appearance of perhaps the most iconic villain in the Star Wars universe, Big Wall. Oh, Big Wall. We'll never forget you. One day, you'll finally be the one with the ride at Disneyland. After running away from that beautiful majesty, just as we're about to escape, oh my god, I love the General Grievous guards with their giant Q-tips. Oh. It's really hard for them to beat this move is the unfortunate truth of every boss fight in this game. And with that, we can gently land our ship and meet up with our boy Mace Windu, who is almost certainly very happy and definitely impressed with us. For our next level, Obi-Wan's been tasked with tracking down General Grievous, which he just like immediately does. And I guess that Obi-Wan is not super chill with Anakin after the whole like, you know, gruesome manslaughter thing he did. So instead, he just takes this random clone trooper. Now, what I didn't realize going into this level is that my disarmed troopers extra also disarmed my own clone trooper, so I gotta go ahead and turn that off real quick. I shoot some bombs next to Grievous, and we get to the main gameplay loop of this fight. He jumps to the stage, you get 2 hits on him, and then he jumps 87,000 feet into the air, and you have to climb to him. Kind of a hilarious concept for a fight against this guy, if you think about it. I mean, this would honestly make a ton of sense for a fight against like a ranged character, where they could fire down upon you while you tried to catch up to them. General Grievous, though, has 4 melee weapons, so we spend all this time building to him, and then he just kind of like chills there watching. Like, why was this his plan? Anyway, this fight goes off without hitch, as we do a bunch of body slams into this little Ben 10 freak and finish the fight. Yeah, eat this, Grievous. Oh my god. Okay, well, he's dead. We don't seem to care much about Commander Cody. Yes! That was sick. See you, Grievous.
He still got it. Commander Cody's dead, though, but who really cares? He's just one of them clones. Clone him again. Revenge of Kashyyyk. You can't put 3 Y's in a word, okay? I'm supposed to look at that and think that's real? Chewbacca! Oh, wait, no, I think it's just a regular Wookiee, right? Does that wouldn't make any sense why Chewbacca would be here? How did Yoda and Chewbacca know each other? I guess, you know what? You know what, guys? I guess they never met. I guess they never... We never said they weren't friends. There was never a scene where Chewie and Yoda didn't meet, so really how it happens in the movie? That's crazy to me. Yeah, the very concept of this level just absolutely breaks my brain. So much so that some Star Wars fans have tried to retcon this moment by saying it's actually not Chewbacca from the original trilogy, but that the name Chewbacca is like the equivalent of John in our universe. And honestly, you know, that kind of works, so I'm gonna go with that. That aside, it's here that we see Order 66 committed in real time. And in case anyone out there is still confused about what that is, like I definitely was as a child, basically all the clones have a chip in their brain, and when Darth Sidious flips it, they have to kill every Jedi in sight. Hence why in the original trilogy, there are no Jedi. Alright, well, they didn't put up much of a fight, honestly. No wonder Joe and Grievous clapped you. They should've been cloning Chewbacca, bro. Now that I would've liked to see. We have to go around the level saving all these Wookiees who were taken hostage by the clones, and you know, Chewie doesn't play around here. He's dismembering clones left and right. We proceed on through, and there's this section where you need to knock this clone out of the ATST, and then jump in and use the height you get from exiting to hop onto this ledge. But I run into a few problems with this. Now what do I do? A tornado flew. Okay, this was funny before, but come on, guys. Is there like a I'm stuck button? Please don't freaking tell me I need to start over the whole level again. Wait a second, I have an idea. I end up plugging a second controller into my computer, which I then use to drop in as a second player, control Yoda, and move the ATSD to free Chewbacca. And honestly, it's a good thing I did that, as for the life of me, I cannot get the computer player to get on top of this rock, and you need them to advance to the next screen. Anyway, after Yoda massacres a few more clones, it's time for me to head out. Is this a bomb? Oh no, it's an escape pod. That makes more sense. For our next level, after Order 66, pretty much every single Jedi has been slain, with the exceptions of Yoda and Obi-Wan. So the two team up and head to the Jedi archives looking for answers. Crazy idea. Like, the stormtroopers kill every single Jedi that exists. They're like, we gotta go to the library. Ooh, yeah, I guess they couldn't figure out how to Lego Express Order 66. Yeah, things are not looking very good, Yoda. Where's Anakin, too? By the way, they're not Jedi. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain which part of Order 66 said that the clone troopers needed to cosplay as Jedi, but sure, I'll believe anything after you try and tell me that Yoda and Chewbacca have always been best friends, apparently. The archives are pretty uneventful, mostly just lots of clone killing, and we make it to the back room where we see that Darth Sidious has killed every last Jedi, and Anakin's like super evil now. But now you better get your freaking popcorn ready, as we have one of the coolest levels in the game coming up. The finale to Episode 3, Darth Vader. And luckily for me, I don't remember a single thing about this one. Oh! She's preggers! Oh. Guys, in hindsight, you really should have just given him the rank of Jedi Master. Or actually, maybe not. He did seem kind of evil. You can play as Anakin? There's no way. How could you play as Anakin in this level? Oh, you can play as Anakin. What? What? How? This is crazy. Wait, I feel like I remember this from being a kid. You know, from being kid. Unfortunately for me, though, this absolute peak level starts off with one of the most difficult platforming sections in the entire game. Seriously, I didn't even know it was possible to struggle this much in a LEGO game. Because of where the camera is located, you can only see a tiny bit ahead of you, and as such, you need to have insane reaction times to make it past this section. Oh my god, it's the same jump that keeps killing me. I can't see like 2 feet in front of me. No, oh, Jesus Christ, 28. What the heck? To what? Oh, 45. Oh, sure. Not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, okay. That was what I was supposed to do. Cool. Oh, there's no way I could play as Anakin during this, right? Oh, he's got the high ground. Shouldn't have given that up, brother. Is Tushy? Oh my god, wait, I'm gonna play as Anakin? Nah, we're chill. Hold on. We gotta like walk around a little bit, man. There's some jumbling to do. Oh. Alright, well, that's how he became Darth Vader, guys. This is kind of cool, honestly, that we have to, like, work together one last time. Yeah, despite their pure hatred of each other, Anakin and Obi-Wan have to work together here in order to try and get out of the collapsing structures around themselves. Oh, this is so sick. Doom, doom, boom. Dude, he doesn't even need to use the robo-hand. Oh my god, the switch-up was crazy. Oh. Die! Oh, no, I'm sorry, we're not fighting right now. Now you're chill, actually, just for a little bit, though. Soon. Now what? Oh, we're going down! Ah! Oh, I kind of wish I was playing as Anakin right now. Oh, I can play as Anakin! Oh, sick! Die, Obi-Wan! Die! Why did you dye your hair orange? It looks awful. This is really funny. I didn't remember this. Die! You never learned the most powerful move. Haven't you watched me take out Sith after Sith with this? Oh, see ya. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Oh, wow. Finish the story. Where's this gonna go? Methinks I might have an idea. Jar Jar? Wait, what happened to Jar Jar? Notice how they didn't show Jar Jar at all? Who are these guys? Like, wasn't Jar Jar in these movies a lot? He died in childbirth. Kind of a skill issue, honestly. Does he even want to be made into Darth Vader? What made his face turn white? Oh, yeah. I forgot he doesn't. He didn't say it. No. And with that, we had finished the story of the prequel trilogy and witnessed Anakin's full descent to the dark side. All that, and I still don't have the faintest clue who Darth Plagueis the Wise is. But now it was time to go back and grab all those precious little collectibles. And while there isn't much of note here, I do want to take a special second to talk about General Grievous. You see, when I was a kid, he was my favorite character to play as. I mean, just look at how cool he is. He's got 4 lightsabers and he's a high jumping character. But I hate to admit it, but he is washed. You see, firstly, lightsabers are honestly probably one of the worst weapons in this game. As for general enemies, you'd probably rather use Force or Blaster. The only time you really want to use lightsabers is in a boss fight for their slam attack. But unfortunately, Grievous doesn't really work like the others since he has so many sabers flicking around. Additionally, as a high jump character, his jump is kind of awkward, and you can usually get less high than other characters like Jar Jar or even Grievous's bodyguards. So unfortunately for him, every time we use him is truly a burden, which is a shame because the 10-year-old boy in me wants to love him so bad. Most of the red bricks you get from episode 3 are pretty useless, with the exception of the one from the Darth Vader level, Dark Side, which allows Jedi to use the Sith Force. With that, we finish out all the bonus levels and move on to the original trilogy. Episode 4, A New Hope. For all 6 of you who don't remember how this one starts out, basically, Princess Leia has plans to blow up the Death Star, and she's trying to get it back to the Rebel Alliance, but Darth Vader has rolled up to Orifar. Now, Princess Leia needs to escape the ship to deliver the plans, but luckily, she's accompanied by Captain Antilles. You know, one hard thing about this trilogy is the gang ends up getting split up so freaking often, you have to play as these placeholder characters, like freaking Captain Antlion here. Also, can we just take a second to point out that pretty much every character in this game abides by the way actual Lego brick characters would move, except Leia, because she's got to have that sassy stance, man. Oh, I can get a hat? Bum, 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 bum. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I don't remember the Indiana Jones theme. What was that? What kind of theme was that, man? What did I just do? Oh, no! Clone Troopers! Oh yeah, I forgot they're disarmed with stupid freaking carrots. Yeah, that's gonna make this trilogy pretty freaking easy. Oh wait, no, they're called Stormtroopers now, whatever. Either way, this is gonna kind of make this one a cakewalk, y'all. Pretty much the only thing you fight are Stormtroopers in these games, right? I don't think there are any battle droids. I can't. This hat is atrocious. Is there any way for me to take it off? I managed to pick up True Jedi pretty early on here, and in the next room have our next confrontation with Darth Vader, who, you know, just stands there menacingly. He even gives us the time to set up these little bombs next to him and literally blow up the side of his face. I guess that's kind of like when you let your son beat you at Mario Kart. Oh no! Darth Vader! It's kind of crazy. Me thinks this Darth Vader guy's not so good. Hopefully, he's not anybody we know. Oh, wait, no, didn't they show him at the end of the last movie? Couldn't that have been a reveal? We make our way further onto the ship where we find C-3PO and R2-D2 held captive again. Do you guys do anything besides get kidnapped in this series? The craziest part about this one is that C-3PO was standing literally right next to a door with his giant face on it, with nothing impeding his path, so he could have literally just walked over here and freed R2 at any time. Anyway, Leia puts the Death Star plans inside of R2-D2, which, you know, may not be the best idea when he gets kidnapped literally every 10 minutes, but whatever. She then goes and hides, which leaves us to play as the stale, auraless Captain Antlion. But don't worry, there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. As just a little bit later in, after taking out some stormtroopers, we get to play as the true hero of this franchise, Rebel Friend. I don't know, Rebel Friend just seems a lot cooler to me, if I'm being honest. I just kind of feel like I resonate more with the ideology of Rebel Friend than Captain Antlion. Bro, they gave up? They have carrots! Come on, man. Put up a fight at least. Hey! What are you know what? They seem chill, honestly, guys. Excuse me, though. They seem chill. Let's just let them hang. And with that, we hit the end of the level as Rebel Friend shoots the droids down to Tatooine, and Princess Leia is captured by Vader. R2-D2 and C-3PO proceed to get captured by Jawas, and you know, you think Leia would have given them some way to protect themselves. Like, I get that R2 doesn't have any hands, but at least throw C-3PO a blaster, man. In the next chapter, Luke finds the droids and brings them home, and then the Jawas sneak back in the middle of the day to steal them back. Which, like, honestly, kinda on Owen Lars for not installing locks on the doors of the sand igloo in a place where people literally murder for $500. What the heck is up with Ben Kenobi? Why did he walk in like that? Am I crazy? Am I missing something? Now it's up to Obi-Wan and Luke to go and save the droids from the Jawas. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Obi-Wan Kenobi's going by Ben Kenobi now. Which, you know, this is literally insane to me and has never made any sense. I mean, he changed his name so that he wasn't recognized by the Empire, but he went ahead and just kept his last name the same. You think that the most evil and powerful person in the galaxy isn't gonna check in on someone with the same last name as someone who literally disfigured him? I mean, am I being insane right now? Anyway, we explore around this little starting area for a bit before I discover something truly mind-breaking. Oh my god, he poops out blue studs? Oh, not always, but a lot of the time. Oh, we hitting True Jedi on this one, guys. Oh, we getting True Jedi. Oh, I've never been more sure of anything in my life. Can't you see I'm trying to do something here? I'm spamming B as fast as I can. Go, come on. We're almost halfway there. Keep pooping, yak. Keep it up. Yes, you try as you might. Nothing can stop the poo storm. Yes, True Jedi! Now get out of here! I'm sick of y'all. Evil Obi-Wan's got things to do. Oh, wait, what? I have, like, some deflect thing now that just deflects all my bullets without me even trying. What are you doing over there, Luke? Shows the one my behind, bro. Oh my god, wait, they deflect off me even if I'm not, having my lightsaber out? Oh, that is sick. That makes my life, like, 10 times easier. No, I can't get distracted with more pooping. I shan't and I won't. Something I notice here about the original trilogy levels is that they're all much longer. Which I guess makes sense when you think about the fact that these are all remasters of LEGO Star Wars 2 levels, so they really wanted to up their production for the sequel. Like, after we go through this whole outdoor area, there's an entire section inside of this Jawa shop as well. Here we can save R2 and then find C-3PO, who I try to save using R2, but these freaking Jawas keep disabling me. Seriously, why do they paralyze you for so dang long? I get C-3PO out of his prison with this vacuum thing and then use him to, oh my god, would you please leave me alone? Also, I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but I absolutely love the fact that the more damage that C-3PO takes, the less limbs he has. Like, he's just hopping around with a single leg, and it's so funny to me. And if you thought this level was already long, we've got another entire section that takes place on the way to Luke's house. After making our way through there, we can pick up a speeder and get the whole gang home. Hey, it's me, I'm Leia. Oh, no. And Luke's like, hey, that pretty lady is fine as heck. Oh, don't worry. I stored something down here. Coffee mug, walkie-talkie. What? Oh my god, wait, that could have been helpful. It's Cerveza Crista! In search of a pilot who can take them to the distant planet of Alderaan, Luke Skywalker and old Ben Kenobi. Dang, didn't need to rinse him like that in the opening crawl? Come on! And you know the deal here. We head into town, which is now swamped with stormtroopers. And Ben hits him with the old, these ain't the droids, bro, and we head on through another Tatooine level. For this first section, we need to go through the pretty long and arduous task of building this ATST so we can explode this door back here. And you know, you gotta do a whole bunch of stuff to get this thing going. But then, after I finally do... Oh no, another guy with a carrot. What? You just spent like 10 hours making that! The audacity! Yeah, get the freak out of there! Who the heck you think you are, bro? Oh, this is awesome. Bum ba da dun da da dun da da dun da da dun. Destroy everything. Give me studs. Lots and lots of studs. But after dethroning the stormtroopers, we can make our way inside the cantina. Oh, we're gonna have to freaking mute this all. Oh my god, this jazzy jams are bamping. Who shot first? Wait, hold on. In edit, I'm gonna go frame by frame. I want to see who they made shot first. Okay, guys, it's insanely close, but if you go literally frame by frame, you can see right here, it's literally a 1 frame difference in Han just barely 1 frame before shoots before Greedo, which honestly, like, respect. I feel like it just shows how much TT Games like understands this franchise. This is the only way they could include this without getting in trouble with George Lucas, guys. So we have to give them credit for this, guys. Oh, dude, you're not supposed to bring out the lightsaber here. Dude, Jedi are not, they have no honor. This dude's out of here. Hey, we need to get somewhere. Hey, I'm gonna make another Indiana Jones movie. It's gonna be really bad. Luke and Ben go to do something I don't really know, but the important part is this level is now introducing everyone's favorite character in the entire series. A presence so dark, so menacing, that he's haunted children's nightmares for years. A character so beloved, subreddits and fan blogs are all dedicated to his honor. I'm of course talking about the living legend that is Imperial Spy. Imperial Spy, Imperial Spy. He is the Imperial Spy. Imperial Spy, Imperial Spy. You can't get enough of this guy. Imperial Spy, Imperial Spy. Unlike me, I'm a true Jedi. Imperial spy, Imperial spy. You don't know about me, yeah. Wait, isn't Han Solo kind of a bounty hunter? Right? Why can't he open up bounty hunter doors? Never thought about that. Isn't he a bounty hunter? Oh, Imperial spy. Oh, you be summoning stormtroopers, Imperial spy. Oh, classic Imperial spy. That is so Imperial spy of you. Oh, and he's gonna go ahead and summon some more stormtroopers. Oh, Imperial spy. You always are summoning those guys. Oh, there's a lot of stormtroopers. Imperial spy, my oh my, what a guy. Imperial spy, he's a spy for Imperial forces tonight, yeah. Don't forget, I'm gonna spy on your honey too. I don't know. It felt weird. Bro, you don't even know I'm about to unload into you, Imperial spy. Well, that problem solved itself then. Now Imperial spy is gone. Let's get out of here, folks. There's one single stormtrooper. After our crew takes a whole long while and hosts a respectful funeral for Imperial Spy, honoring his forever sacrifice, we jump into the Falcon and head on away from this rough, coarse, and irritating planet. Afterwards, Vader has the Death Star pointed at Leia's home planet of Alderaan. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm sure you're gonna do that. And then Vader just straight blows it up. Like seriously, I forgot about this part of the movie. He just straight up kills 2 billion innocent civilians. Like how could we ever in a million years possibly forgive this guy? He just killed 1/3 of the Earth's population without a second thought. Like, considering this is kind of hilarious in context to the prequels, like, well, Anakin was a misguided figure who turned to the dark side to save Padme. It's like, okay, well, like, maybe, but it's not like he's like an O'Hare, just like a misguided guy trying to make some money. This dude literally blew up 2 billion people because he wanted to find a map. Anyway, our crew is flying through the world on the Millennium Falcon, headed to the Death Star to save Leia. Please don't make me, please, no more vehicle level, no, please. Yes, we're landing! Yes, we've landed, guys, yes. It's a regular level, holy crow. And with that, we've boarded the Death Star, fit with some sick stormtrooper disguises. Immediately over here on the right, there's this orange crane thing that we can use to throw some nearby stormtroopers into a pit. These people just keep getting craned up, no one's looking, and they just keep coming? No one's turning an eye to this? Your fellow man is just falling down into the hole. Wow, this really is an allegory for capitalism. And after doing that 10 times, we're given our own little mini kit. This angers Ben for whatever reason, so he goes and screws off to somewhere else in the Death Star. As do the droids, because it's been a good 20 minutes of movie runtime, so we'll need to go ahead and get captured again. Later on, Ben gets stuck, so we need to use our blasters to clear the way for him. That way, he can make a little bridge using the Force. Wow, having such a powerful Force user like Obi-Wan around is really helpful. And I hope it stays that way, and nothing ever changes that fact. It's in this level that we find our first ever double score zone, which means that all the studs you collect here are double. And honestly, this is the most amazing feeling I've ever had in my life. If I could live in a double score zone, I'd start looking at the zoning laws tomorrow. Further in, we discover the trapped Princess Leia and free her. Yo, she's cool too. Girl power and all, you know how it runs. The crew then jumps down this hatch to the end of the level. The next one starts literally seconds after this one ends, which makes the concept of the opening crawl actually hilarious. It's just like, yeah, you guys kind of know what's going on, right? That is still happening. Oh, Han, you're always getting us into disasters. Oh my, beep boop, 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 I'm a robot. That's how R2 sounds in my mind. Beep boop, kill me now! Please let the suffering end! R2 went through a lot between episode 3 and 4, guy. Now freed from the trash room, we blast through some more stormtroopers until we arrive here. This looks complicated. And oh boy, how right I was, as this next level features puzzles that would leave me even more stumped than your empty nest parrots trying to explain why they turned your room into a gym they never used. You gotta grapple over to this side and, oh, sorry, Han. First you gotta move this doohickey and line it up here. Then you gotta swing across for real this time, pull this lever to get a bomb, then explode this vent, which lets us get a little Swiffer wet jet thing. Now, this is where everything goes quite wrong. You see, you need to use this super speedy car to glide across these 5 red buttons in quick succession, which wouldn't be a problem for any normal person, which of course means it's a great struggle for myself. Okay, we got this. Come on. Okay, I missed them all. All right, just gotta go in at a little bit of a different angle. I think I got it on this one, okay? Okay, I think we got it on this one. Okay, all right, just messed it up right at the end. But I think on this one I got it. This is the one, okay? Take time, line up, adjust. Oh, I actually got it. I was actually not expecting myself to get it. And even though I succeeded here, this is far from the last time we'll see the Zamboni car. Oh no, very far from it. But for now, our gang of heroes can continue on blasting our way through troopers. And since Luke isn't a Jedi yet, we can truly just have no remorse as we slash every single one of them down to bits. But you know, it's not all cruelty here, as we do actually help these stormtroopers here wipe away all the dirt on this window. This gives us a mini kit. However, it also cracks the window, and I then proceed to completely murder both of these window washers. At least they gotta wipe down one last window before I send them to the big
Sarlacc pit in the sky. And just like that, we had made it to the final room of the level.
Oh, Ben Kenobi! Looks like he's winning. Things are going well with him and Darth Vader, I guess.
Nothing to worry about there, dun dun dun. But what we should be worried about is the reappearance of the greatest threat to the Rebel Alliance, the Zamboni car.
What? I did that perfectly. Are you joking? What? Okay, sure, that was better than the first one. I have to do it a second time. Okay, get out of the way, everybody. Oh, it's back there, okay. I was like, uh-oh. Can you guys get out of my way? What? That didn't count. What? That didn't count either? What? I'm doing it perfectly. How is that not counting? C-3PO, get out of the freaking way. R2, get out of the way. What are you're making perfect freaking circles to block my path. Like, are you joking?
And you want to know the greatest part? This doesn't seem to do anything. I mean, I tried for so long and couldn't get to work, but it's not required for any of this level's collectibles, so I have no idea why these red buttons are even here. I do some various tasks around the arena, which eventually lets the Falcon rise and our crew escape.
All right, Ben, let's get going. Ben, we're heading out. See ya. Bye, son. He sacrificed himself. And he turned into a cape.
The amount of people that have, like, brutal on-screen deaths in this series just for Ben Kenobi to be, like, turned into a cape is so funny to me. With Obi-Wan's sacrifice ringing in our ears, our heroes make a plan to blow up the Death Star, which, of course, means another vehicle section. The gimmick behind this one is that there are little switches that we need to blow up with torpedoes to get into the next area. This is honestly just, like, okay, until Darth Vader rolls up and makes it one of the coolest sections in this game. He's chasing us down this tight corridor as Luke zooms to the center of the Death Star. That's really trying to outrun him. Pew! Pew, pew, pew.
Oh no! Oh, Han, what was up with his teeth there? Why do you have a glowing tongue? I don't remember that from the movie at all.
Han definitely and totally blowing up Darth Vader clears the way for Luke, who can throw a bomb into the Death Star's weak spot, which, like, you know, maybe they should have just not put in. The Death Star explodes as our heroes celebrate, and Darth Vader, you little rascal, don't you blow up any more planets, okay? Now you get out of here, you little scamp. And with that, it was time for our victory lap, where all our heroes receive medals, except Chewbacca, of course.
Hey! What, Imperial Spy, did you see him in there? Imperial Spy, get your butt out of here. Nothing for Chewie. Yeah, we hate you, Imperial. We blew up that Death Star that took them years to build. Now, if they were to build another one, that would be bad, yay.
And now our reward for completing episode 4 is better than anything I could have ever imagined, as we're now finally able to buy our first TIE fighter ship. This is actually the piece we've been missing for all the vehicle levels. You see, pretty much every vehicle level in this game has these doors that only TIE fighters can get through, hiding huge chunks of the levels and lots of collectibles. And so it was finally time to go back through each and every single vehicle level and complete their free play and challenge modes. After finishing up that, we can go back through episode 4's free plays. And I just want to give a special shout out to one of the strangest mini kits in this entire game. In one of the first rooms of this level, you go and blow up this silver Lego object using a bounty hunter, which gives you the bricks to build your own little car. But there doesn't seem to be any use for it in that room. No, instead, you need to carry it all the way, like halfway across the freaking level, and onto this orange little slab, which then rises to give you a mini kit. Don't know how a child is expected to figure that one out when most can't even write an email without ChatGPT. Now let's talk about this room here in chapter 5. The first time I went through this level, this room caused me no distress at all, since I had disarmed troopers and reflect blasters extras on. But now in challenge mode, I don't have all those luxuries, so I actually have to deal with this room the normal way. And oh boy, is that easier said than done. You see, in order to progress to the next room, you need to build this giant door here. But of course, if you're shot while you're building, your entire progress on the build is undone. So your next thought is probably, why don't you just clear out all of the enemies in the room? Well, unfortunately for us, these little doors on the side infinitely spawn in stormtroopers, but there is one way to close the doors. You need to pull these two levers down at the same time, which of course you need to do on both sides of the room. However, this does not permanently close the doors, instead it just closes them for a very short amount of time. And dear lord, trying to pull the levers on both sides with your unthinking AI partner is hard enough. Now you need to go quick and then build a whole structure. Usually by the time you've even reached the build site, boom, another stormtrooper walks in. What? That's crazy! Oh, this room sucks, bro. Dude, come on. Dude, oh my god, this room sucks. What the heck? Go, 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 go. Build, build, build it, build it. Come on, you got this, Django. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We're so close, we're so close. No, don't get hit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Please, 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 please. Go, 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 go. Oh my god. And there's also one more pretty significant mini kit in the Death Star level. See, behind this TIE fighter door, there are these little lights that turn on when you fly over them. Ooh, what? You have to do this in a certain amount of time? Bro, oh no. Oh, Lord. You're joking. Okay, I gotta play somebody else, I guess. This at least maybe gives you like a bit of leeway because it's much bigger. Okay, there you go. That's the tip. Play as the clone arc fighter, guys. This level also gives me the red brick, which doubles my stud count in levels, which is obviously insanely helpful for getting all those true Jedi. Now, while I've mostly been skipping them up until now, I want to briefly touch on the super story for episode 4. Like I said, the original trilogy levels are much longer, and as such, the super stories are way harder. It actually gets pretty down to the wire as Darth Vader starts chasing me with just 7 minutes remaining, but luckily I managed to get through just fine. With all that done, it was time to head into episode 5. Now, full disclosure, we did manage to pick up the invincibility extra in the last episode, which makes us completely immune to damage, but I'm not going to be using it for our first time story playthroughs just to not make each one a cakewalk. Empire Strikes Back starts out with our rebel forces having retreated to Hoth, as Darth Vader, who I guess survived that whole ordeal somehow, is desperately looking for Luke. But Luke's got bigger things to worry about, like sending this hungry Yeti back to Monsters Inc. And now it's time for rejoicing, lads, because not only is this another vehicle level, but it's the return of towing gameplay. Oh yeah, baby, we're towing again. Woohoo! We know you were all waiting for it. Though in this level's defense, it's actually much better here than it was in Gunship Cavalry, and taking down these giant AT-ATs is actually really fun. After taking some of those out, we get to the level's final section, which just has us taking out a certain number of Imperial vehicles. How do you even, I can't tell who's a good guy and who's a bad guy. We're just shooting at everybody. Is that a drone? No, that's a good guy. I can't even tell. Also, for some reason in this level, whenever you blow up these little drones, it makes the mini kit collection sound, which I just find so incredibly strange. This sound isn't attributed to anything else in this game, so this just confused the heck out of me. After Luke shows off why he's the GOAT even without Jedi training, we get into the next level, which has Han and Leia trying to escape the Rebel Hoth base as it's invaded by swarms of stormtroopers. Also, one of the extras I recently purchased is called Exploding Bullet, and this actually lets regular blaster bullets destroy silver Lego objects. However, it takes a real master to properly utilize these, as I just continually blow myself up with them. So for the most part, I'm gonna keep this one off. We saved C-3PO, who was trapped in some room again. Come on, man, why are we even keeping you around at this point? In the next room, you get this little cart with C-3PO's face on it, which is supposed to be used to get him up to this ledge. I drive around the ledge for minutes, insanely frustrated that he won't just get off the car, before realizing that I'm a total fool and need to use the launch button on this thing to throw him up there. The room after that holds one of the most difficult puzzles in the entire game. You see, you need to press all these buttons set up on this hill, but since it's so icy, you're sliding around on it, making it very difficult to actually line it up and hit the buttons. And every time you fail, you have to do this humiliating trot of shame up the hill again. This honestly takes me way more attempts than I'd like to admit, a good few minutes of just missing the buttons. Oh my god, why am I so bad at this? Eventually, we can meet up with Chewie and bounce out of here on the Millennium Falcon. As such, it's just another vehicle level on the Falcon, and honestly, I don't have much to say about this one. It's just a lot of torpedoes. Luke heads on over to Dagobah to try and find Master Yoda, which, I always found so funny. Why did Obi-Wan and Yoda just sit there and do nothing for 20 years while billions of people suffer? Also, please explain to me how at the end of Revenge of the Sith, Yoda was jumping around like a little dreidel. In this movie, he's Floydson age. I also managed to pick up the red brick that gives me 4 times score. So combined with my 2 times score, I'm sitting at ×8 studs every level, which usually means I achieved true Jedi now in the very first room. We meet up with our boy Yoda, who agrees to help train Luke, so he's now a lightsaber wielder. Unfortunately, his force is still too weak to use, so in order to harness it, Luke has to keep Yoda on his back. This is actually one of my favorite levels in the entire game, because I feel like it does such an amazing job of showing how Luke slowly but surely got stronger, starting with his blaster self, now relying on Yoda for the help of the Force. I feel like they tackled it super well for something that could have very easily been insanely boring. Though it is kind of hilarious to me that if you do this as the level 2 player, player 1 gets to play as both Luke and Yoda, while player 2 is stuck playing as R2-D2. A few rooms later, and Luke has finally harnessed the power of the Force, and no longer needs Yoda to use it, which is perfect timing as we walk into a boss fight with none other than... What? How could you possibly be here? Wait, does he actually... Oh, is this a hallucination or something? It must be a Jedi enforced hallucination or something. People who have actually seen I have seen Star Wars before, I just don't remember any of it. But of course, even Jedi-induced hallucination Vader is no match for the Jedi Slam. I'd like to see you beat that, Vader. With him defeated, Luke's spider senses tingle, and he can tell that Han and Leia are in trouble inside Cloud City. So despite his training not being complete, Luke decides to leave Master Yoda and rush there on his ship. Bye, I'm going to live forever. What the heck? The ghost of Obi-Wan! Luke makes it to Cloud City, and after getting through the first couple of rooms, the moment we've all been waiting for is here. Oh my god, it's actual Darth Vader! Dang, what? He knows my trick! Ah! Anakin, you really are the strongest Jedi alive, or whatever, lightsaber user. What the heck? He's countering my only trick! That's the only way I know how to attack bosses! You can't do that! Oh, this'll disarm him. Oh... No! That didn't seem to really do much of anything at all. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I can still hit him.
Oh, okay. He's just really good at dodging it. Okay. Yeah, so our signature Jedi Slam can actually work on old Vader. You just need to be sure that he's in the middle of a combo first. I actually like this change, as it makes Vader feel like the most competent lightsaber user we've fought so far. Eventually, he'll retreat into one of those vents, which you then have to use R2 to activate and stun him. Of course, after defeating him, he does the good old jump away at the last second trick. And now we've got to go chase him down. After a few more embarrassing fleas from the Sith Lord, we end up getting cornered on this bridge here. Whoa! Oh no, Luke! Oh. He's surprisingly chill with his arm falling off. Oh, wait! Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker! You're joking! This is crazy! Oh, alright. How did he know that was gonna, like, work out for him? And joke's on Vader, because now Luke is stuck at the bottom of Cloud City by himself, which is somehow better than being dead. In our final level of Episode 5, our crew meets Han's old friend Lando, the mayor of Cloud City, who immediately, well... Oh! That was awesome of him to just bring out the Glock. Lando! You sold him out! Poor Chewie. I had this piece as a kid, and I sucked on it until the gray fell off. That was probably too much information. Probably no one really wanted to hear that. For those like me who don't remember, Lando was forced to give up Han to Vader because he threatened to blow up Cloud City. And like, you know, he's already done it once, so I absolutely believe him. This is why Lando like immediately feels bad about giving Han up and decides to join Leia and help them escape. Really though, this level is all about the true GOAT of this franchise, Boba Fett. I really love this character's design so much. He's got to be like the top 2 characters in this game. No freaking bosses fight you anymore. Not like freaking Imperial spy. Boba Fett flies away on his ship that still looks like his face 20 years later. So he really is his father's, well, you know, I was gonna say son, but it's more like an identical copy. So yeah, it makes sense that he would keep the ship the exact same. Also, here R2-D2 somehow joins up with us, which I do not understand to the absolute slightest. Like, wasn't he just with Luke? Did the evil wizard of all bad magic really not to think to destroy Luke's only chance of being found? Anyway, we move on to the next room, and I accidentally discover that whenever you press X as Lando around Leia, you'll kiss her hand. Which is really funny to me that not only is Leia okay with this happening like 12 seconds after Han died, but like Chewbacca just stands there stone-faced and unfeeling while it does. C-3PO, of course, got captured again, so we build him back together and then can escape in the Millennium Falcon with stormtroopers hot on our trail. Wait, when did she have time to change? She redid her whole hair too? When did she put the curlers in? I guess it's then that Leia has like one of those weird twin telepathy things that make me never want to trust any twins, and realizes they need to go back to pick up Luke from the bottom of the world. Oh, yeah, this is kind of awkward. Oh, that droid's really cool. Aww, that was so nice, C-3PO. That droid is cool. Why have I never seen him before? Hey, sissy, give me another kissy. Come on, sis. Come on, just one more. And with that, we had finished episode 5, and it was on to the free plays. One of the hardest mini-kits in the entire game is this one, where you need to tow this bomb through this entire tunnel without losing it, which takes me more than a few attempts. Also, I want to give a very unspecial shout out to this blue mini-kit right here. As no matter how many times I tried to fly into it, my ship just like kept turning around for whatever reason. By the time I finished getting all the collectibles here though, I've got times 48 to my stud collecting, which means in literally minutes I can accumulate like 1,000,000 studs. The super story for episode 5 also gets incredibly down to the wire, with me only having 5 minutes remaining when I finish. But with all that done, it was time to head into episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Wait, why can't I, what? Why can't I force this? I can force this one. Why can't I force this one? That's so weird. Alright, whatever. Weird. Return of the Jedi starts out with Leia and Chewie sneaking into Jabba's palace to steal back Han. The main gimmick of this level is that you need to wear this bounty hunter hat to both destroy silver Lego objects and access bounty hunter doors. And I have never understood who this is. Like, it always looked like this weird mole man wearing a graduation cap to me. Does anybody else see that? Which somehow, with all the insane Star Wars creatures that exist, there are no mole men. So then who the heck is this? Anyway, in the next room we run into Luke, who's looking a lot like his father these days. And it's a good thing we got him, as this room is filled with one of the most annoying enemies in the game, the Green Axe Guy. Green Axe Guys are everything that could possibly trouble you about a Lego Star Wars enemy. First of all, they've got more health than the average enemy, meaning you can't just like spin around willy-nilly shooting your gun all over the place and watch them fly into studs. Secondly, they actually know how to block attacks. Like, explain to me how a trained clone soldier can't dodge roll, but this ogre with a wooden axe can stop blaster bullets. Probably the strangest part about these enemies is that Luke straight up force chokes them. And no, this isn't exclusive to the Dark Side Extra, he just
does that? Little bro not want to kill his dad who brought down entire civilizations. When it comes to this random goblin defending his home, yeah, sure, I'll crush his windpipe. We make our way further into this palace where, oh my god, they've been captured again. I don't even know what to say at this point. Do these two bolt buckets do anything besides ending up in prison? To free them, we'll need to maneuver this platform by their cages, and did I say platform? Because we're actually looking at the super gonk platform here. A glorious 4x4 gonk bot. Life is truly worth living. In this next room, and oh look, a buildable. Wonder what this makes. Ah, copyright strikes! Ah, shut that thing off! That was a close one. The gang eventually reaches the end of the palace, where we're able to recover Han and unfreeze him from the carbonite. Dude, Lego Jabba is peak design. Hey. No, the cup! Uh-oh. And just like that, Jabba has sent us to the Sarlacc pit. Or is this one the Rancor pit? How does one guy have two pits and expect me to keep their names straight? I tried baiting the Rancor over to these little bombs, but when I blow them up with him nearby, he's just completely unaffected. What am I supposed to do here? Turns out that the Rancor bombs follow the same logic as YouTube sponsorships, as they're really only effective when someone's eating their lunch and completely defenseless. You can use the galaxy's favorite prisoners to open up these little tunnels, which will throw in an Axe Ogre Beach, which the Rancor will then snack on near the bomb, and if you blow it up, it'll damage him. After doing that twice for our final hit, we need to pull this metal gate down on him, impaling him and killing the poor lad. Yeah, we did it. Oh, Jabba. Where's the lip girl? The one who was like, Joopy Jobby. Despite the lack of size Snoodles, whose name I shan't never forget again, Jabba banishes our crew except Leia, who he puts in an outfit that I still can't believe actually made it into this game. Jabba has us walking the plank into his other pit. Oh, you have severely underestimated the powers of a Jedi. So severely, Jabba. Oh, that's Lando. Luke bounces around for a bit, and R2 throws him a lightsaber, marking the first helpful thing he's done in this entire franchise. And with that, we start the level playing as Lando and Luke, which, is it just me, or is this like the most awkward duo in the entire series? Luckily, on the very next ship, we meet up with Chewie and Han to break the awkward tension between these two. But soon after, run into Boba Fett once again. I do love here how, in contrast to his father, they made Boba like so diabolically weak in this movie. Like, Jango flew around with like 12 hearts and still managed to escape Obi-Wan. Meanwhile, Boba has 4 hearts and then somehow rockets himself into a nearby pit. Guess that's why they didn't bother making an army of clones for you, Dr. Skill Issue. We make our way past the ships and solve this puzzle that I still don't understand to this day. Rescue an imprisoned R2 and C-3PO again, and then rise up on this lift that Jabba had installed with C-3PO's face on for whatever reason. This leads us to a pretty confusing room where it seems like we just need to build a bunch of random stuff for whatever Oh my god, it's the disco room! A disco room on Jabba's ship. This is amazing. Leia then proceeds to take out Jabba with her chain, and dear god, they actually showed him passing. We get to the top of the ship, move these bombs next to the target things, and then blast them to bits with this turret. Which, like, with Jabba and Boba already gone, not sure how necessary it was to blow that up, but yay, hero victory. You know what? I'm kind of feeling like we might be able to get through this with maybe just no more vehicle levels? Maybe one at the end, but I feel like maybe just no vehicle levels at all. Chapter 3. Speeder Show. Alright, never mind. But thankfully for my sanity, this actually isn't a vehicle level, and in fact, it's actually a really fun one. We walk over to these stormtroopers on speeders, Jedi feint them, and then go to zoom along the loop, shooting at stormtroopers. Similar to the pod racing level, the vehicle segments are at their best when you're just going as fast as possible. After killing the required enemies, you need to either find, build, or force construct an ATST to blow up another level of this force field. But by far, the hardest obstacle in this level is this little ramp hiding a mini-kit. For whatever reason, no matter what I did, I could not figure out this ramp. Go, 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 go! No, okay. Let me try that again. Go, 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 go! Go, 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 no! No! Alright, what if I get up on this ramp, and then I go... Nope. Okay. Alright, I'll figure it out in post. Eventually, we disable all the force fields and can get to the main battery thing. One of us is supposed to be pulling all these levers, while the other one keeps us safe with the AT-AT. But like, this doesn't exactly feel safe, Leia. I feel like you're gonna blow my face off with how close you're shooting to me with that thing. With that, the Skywalker twins had successfully blown up the Empire's base or something, I don't know, but all I know is that they did good, and that's all that matters. And now, we've got the part of this episode we have to thank the Lego Company and TT Games for the most. You see, in actual Return of the Jedi, you know, the finale to one of the most popular and highly anticipated action franchises of all time, they decide to spend nearly half of this movie messing around with these mud-flinging Ewoks. Seriously, go back and watch this movie. movie. As I bet your brain has Mandela affected you into thinking this whole thing was just Jabba's palace and then the fight with the Emperor. But in reality, so much of it is spent with these disgusting Ewoks who just like cover C-3PO in feces for an hour. But thankfully, the LEGO Group and TT Games had the foresight to just consolidate every single one of these interactions with these gross gremlins into one single level. And most of it doesn't even take place in Ewok Village, thankfully. Further cementing my belief that the LEGO Star Wars games have a better understanding of this franchise than a single person at Lucasfilms or Disney. Anyway, now that we got head Ewok Wicket on our side, he's actually the only small character in the game who can deal damage. I head on through the level before reaching what I assume is a roadblock, jumping around it for like a good 4 minutes or so before realizing, oh, they can actually just go into the river. It's really just that simple. I don't know why I assumed that Han wouldn't be able to wade through this like 6-inch basin of water for some reason. After solving a few switch puzzles, we make it through the forest and into another Endor Empire base where we need to blow up another battery thing. Yeah, sure, okay, whatever. It's just so funny to me that they're like, this is literally like one of the most important moments in the entirety of the galaxy, and like it's done by like some of the greatest heroes of our society and freaking Wicked. That is so funny to me. Like, dude just showed up. Bro really think he on the team. And with that, our heroes and Wicket blow up the base. Nice, we did it. Oh! And then Chewbacca dies. Very weird way for him to go out, honestly. But with that cleaned up, it was time to proceed on through the most important moment of this entire franchise. Yo! Oh, wait, so... Oh, I got taken captive. Oh, wait, no, I gave myself up, right? Oh! Who was the second player gonna possibly play as? Oh, my God! That was needlessly brutal. Darth Vader, he's like... My God, it's crazy. Whoa! That was sick! It's crazy how much emotion he shows, like, behind the mask. Oh, I can't... Oh, I want to play as Vader! Are you joking? I don't want to play as Luke! Yeah, this is awesome! Oh my God, I've been waiting my whole life for this! Oh my God, this is sick. Wow, Emperor. Clearly you didn't learn anything from me! Because, yeah, you still don't know how to do this move, brother. Kind of like the whole... Oh, that was sick. Vader is the true Jedi! Oh my God, Vader is so sick, bro. I'm so glad we get to play as Vader. This is awesome. Whoa, this guy! Oh my God. Wait, they have freaking carrots still, but they can still hurt you? That's awesome. So what made Vader change his mind after all again? Just kind of thought on it a bit, I guess. One of the coolest things about this level is that it forces you to use both sides of the Force to progress. Things that can only be used by the light side and the dark side that have to come together to take down the Emperor. Oh, you freaking idiot. Okay, I'll play as Luke. How can Vader not use lightning himself? That's kind of crazy to me. Like, Count freaking Dooku could use lightning. You don't know about the Jedi Slam, you fool! Oh, well, oh, that's quite bad. After whittling down his health a bit more, Sidious jumps to, wait, where did he go? Is he in here? Come on, Luke. Come on, my son. Why is Vader so jumpy? It's really funny to me. What? Why do some of them stay lit? Doesn't seem to be timing based, does it? Okay, there's gotta be something I'm doing wrong in here. Luke, stop stepping. You're undoing all my progress, Luke. Oh, wait, maybe you're supposed to do this. And then like this? What am I supposed to be doing here? Dude, what's going on here? Isn't this the way I'm supposed to go? Oh. Oh, nope. I thought that was like a secret or something. Is this... Maybe this isn't the way to go. Where'd he go? Oh, you're over here. Oh, okay. I was on the complete other side. Then why'd that door open? Dang it. Wait, how did Luke get up there? The heck? How'd he do that? After building some bricks, Luke and Vader use the dual force elevator to rise up to Palpatine. Also, I love the fact that they put this in. Like, can you imagine every time they want to access this floor, the Emperor and Vader have to, like, stand on this little elevator together? After a few more hits up top, Sidious retreats to this very specific corridor over here, and boom, we got him. Just yeeted him off the cliff. That's so funny. That took all his energy, though. Father. Aww. He killed 2 billion people on Alderaan. Do you guys remember that? I'm sorry. I'm not going to be so quick to forgive you, Anakin. I'm sorry. They wouldn't give me a cool title. I really wanted to be called a master. Dang, that was awesome. Now it's final level in the game. Oh, I got score times 10. Oh, I'm gonna go buy that right now. That sounds fun. Now we have score times 480. Oh my God. It's got like millions of studs. Holy crap. Oh my God. Holy crow. That's so broken. That's so fun. And now it was on to the final level of the game, into the Death Star. And you know, I know it happens this way in the movie, and obviously we needed a scene to show that the Empire won't be coming back after this, but it is kind of funny to me that the final level in this game has you play as Lando and freaking Admiral Akbar. For this opening section, you need to blow up these Star Cruisers with bombs, and then we can actually head into the new Death Star. And just look at how many studs I'm getting now that I've got the 10 times score extra. Dear Lord. We blow up a few more things, and we find out that they didn't actually fix the glaring problem of the Death Star having one giant weakness. Instead, they just hit it way in the back. And it feels like that should have been the first priority here after rebuilding this. We blow it up, but now we need to escape before the explosion catches up to us. Oh my God!
Everything's blowing up. Go! Go, Lando! Holy heck. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh my god, we have 15 million studs. Woo, we did it somehow. Goodbye. Goodbye, Death Star. That's pretty gruesome, but hilarious. Oh my god, Nub Nub's playing, not the special edition song. That's pretty funny. Infinite torpedoes. Oh my god. I probably should have saved all the vehicle levels till I had that. That would have been made things way easier. Oh my god, they're burning his body? Like a funeral thing or like a... Oh. No, guys, it's okay. It's okay that I killed all those people. It was actually dope. That's the way it goes. See ya. You look a little different than you did like 5 minutes ago, bro. Oh my god, C-3PO getting down with the Ewok. Okay. I know you was chill like that, C-3PO. This is so funny. Aw, R2. Chewie. Hey. Aw, brother and sister. Get away from... Why are the Ewoks here? Aw. They're all hanging out. Wait, I don't remember Yoda dying. Yay! Oh, that was so cute. Now, for completing every level in the game, we had unlocked a host of new characters, and they saved some of the best for last here, and as such, my free play characters are completely changing. Instead of Jango Fett as my blaster character, I'll now be playing as Forlong, because this guy is just broken. Not only is he a bounty hunter still equipped with bombs, his gun does double damage, and most valuable of all, he's able to access both R2-D2 doors and C-3PO doors, which is just so helpful. Then, instead of Dooku, my Sith character of choice is now Darth Vader. Besides the fact that he's just so dang cool, he's also able to access Stormtrooper doors, meaning that between Forlom and Darth Vader, the only abilities they don't possess are hovering, high jump, and small character. Also, a little pro tip for those following along looking to 100% the game. Don't buy any of the additional characters in the shop, just buy the few that you need or even just want to play as. When clicking on free play, you get to choose your character, and then characters are added based off what abilities you don't have. Like if you went in with a Jedi and a bounty hunter, it'll make sure you have a Sith, high jumper, etc. However, it'll also give you a ton of characters that are thematically relevant to the level. Like if you load into a Hoth level, you'll get a ton of Hoth trooper skins. This makes switching characters in free play mode much more annoying, as you then have to sort through a bunch of characters that you don't want or need. Anyway, having those two makes these levels much quicker, despite their pretty long length. Though the AI can always find a way to make this process longer. Alright, Anakin, all you have to do is come over here. All you got... Nope, don't do that. Nope, don't. Okay. This time he's surely got it, though. Nope. Okay, alright. Just all you literally had to do was come right here. Eventually, though, I grab all the mini-kits from episode 6, which is actually every last mini-kit in the game. And my reward for this is pretty dang awesome, as I've now unlocked Boba Fett's ship, the Slave One. And I cannot overemphasize how amazing this thing is. With all the game's white and blue mini-kits now collected, it's time to take on what I've been fearing this entire time, the Super Story. Like I said earlier, the levels in Return of the Jedi are incredibly long, like far longer than any of the other episodes. And I start to realize how much trouble I'm in when I'm barely midway through the 3rd level, and I've already used over half my time. So going into the 4th level, I am extremely stressed. And that has certainly not helped during this button section, and I realize we're missing someone and can't get this gate open. Why are you stuck here? What are you doing? This lost so much time, you moron! Why are you just standing there? I was like, did I not do something that could make it so that R2 couldn't get across? No! Just an idiot. Who are we missing now? Where's Leia? Come on! Oh my god, where did she go? What are you doing? Why would you stay here? Oh my god, morons! That cost me so much time. Oh, if I don't get it now, I'm gonna be so mad. As we go on, I realize there is no way I'm succeeding here. I've only got 7 minutes left, and I've just started on the Sidious level, which means I'll still need to do the Death Star after this. I do, however, hit the 100,000 stud mark by the time limit. And maybe because of that, I don't exactly know how this works. Despite finishing this all 5 minutes after the hour mark, the game still counts this as completion. I really am not sure why it was still counted. Like, was it the studs thing, or was it just the fact that I finished it? But you know what? That was the last Super Story, so I guess I'll never need to learn, baby. Now, despite finishing every single episode and their bonus levels, I was still only at 90% completion. And that's because there's actually a good amount of side missions we need to finish here. First up are the bounty hunter missions. These are the missions from Jabba the Hutt himself, where you have to play as a crew of bounty hunters looking for various characters. These characters have been hidden somewhere in a section of the game's level, and it's your job to find them. Not really much to say about this mode, usually just like walking into a room and boom, there's your guy. There are two that I'd like to point out though, the first one being C-3PO. This one takes place in Cloud City, so I thought they were being kind of cheeky and it was going to require you to build him in this back room, but nope, that one's a fake. The real one's just chilling here on the roof. The other significant one is Luke Skywalker, and for this one, it took me a couple of attempts as I could just not find him. And once I realized he was up here on the roof, I had no clue how to get up there before realizing I just had to blow up this random nearby object. With all that completed, we're given 20 more golden bricks
bricks in total, meaning now we're just missing 6 more. And these can be obtained from the game's final bonus haul. Each of these levels require a certain amount of gold bricks to get inside, with the final one costing 50, which, pales in comparison to our 154. First up is the original version of the pod racing level from the original release of LEGO Star Wars. In this one, instead of just needing to be in first at the end of the race, you need to constantly be in first at the end of each of these little sections. This is significantly harder and honestly way more frustrating, so I am very glad they changed it for the Complete Saga. If you hit any obstacle, baby Anakin literally blows up and dies, I guess, which, was just a little too gruesome of a fate for a child. These levels also don't contain any mini-kits or anything, so all you need to do is get to the end to get a golden brick. Next up is Anakin's flight, and this one covers a pretty huge part of the Phantom Menace that we didn't get to see. Baby Anakin's ship little side adventure at the end, and despite this nearly single-handedly ruining the movie, this level's actually pretty fun, and I'm glad they include this in a bonus level. Like, we didn't forget, but we know no one wanted a full level on this. Third is the original version of the Gunship Cavalry, which opted out of the intense towing gameplay in favor of like an on-the-rails shoot-'em-up section. Sure. But the fourth level is probably the coolest of them all. It's called New Hope, which initially confused the heck out of me. Like, what, are we just gonna play through all of New Hope? I mean, I can't think of anything they didn't really cover in the actual episode levels. But no, here we get to take control of probably the coolest scene in any Star Wars movie and just play as Vader when he's invading the ship at the beginning. Now, this is just so much fun, just slaughtering through all these rebels. Like, dang, what an awesome level. I'm not joking, I have this theory that this level is single-handedly what made them put this incredible sequence back into Rogue One. Dang, this is so fun. Now, the final 2 levels are called Lego City and Newton. When I was a kid, I had always heard rumors about these levels, but since I was somehow even worse at video games then, I never got enough mini-kits to unlock them. Oh, I'm being timed. I'm in a city. Oh, I have to get 1,000,000 studs. Oh, cool. Do I have extras on? Well, that's gonna be very easy. Oh, it took off those extras. Okay. Oh, wow, yeah. We are timed on getting 1,000,000 studs. Well, I've already got quite a lot. Oh my god, I'm getting so many studs. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're coming from everywhere. Dear lord, this is gonna be easy. But this would turn out to be not nearly as easy as I initially thought, as after about 10 minutes, I would realize that this level has exactly 1,000,000 studs in it. Meaning that I was gonna need to find every last stud in the level. And while they came pouring in at first, that soon all dried up. At about 15 minutes in this level, I'm doing things I would have never expected, like riding on random vehicles and following coin trails. But after about 20 minutes of searching, I'm still about 25,000 studs short. And I truly rack my brain by doing anything I can think of. I mean, I'm shooting every single Lego brick, trying to use the Force on random stuff, and still nothing. And while this would normally be a massive skill issue, this is a scenario where I take absolutely no blame, because the remaining studs were all the way here in this corner. Now, you might be thinking, there's nothing there, and you'd be right. But what you need to do is randomly run around here, and blue flowers will start sprouting. Once you've sprouted them all, you will finally be given the studs. So I'm just waddling around for like minutes looking for the last blue flower. Where could you possibly be? This ended up taking me 40 whole minutes. But luckily for me, Newton is pretty much exactly the same setup, down to those cursed blue flowers. And with all that done, I've now got 160 gold bricks and 98.8% completion, huh? You see, I had completely forgotten that there were these little hints in the shop you could buy. And with well over 1 billion studs, that was no problem. And with that, I've got 99.9% completion. What could I possibly be missing now? All the LEGO Star Wars pros are probably shaking their heads right now, as what I've missed is actually a pretty infamous Easter egg. You see, if you go to the bonus room, there's actually an additional trailers room. And if you watch through the trailer for the upcoming LEGO Indiana Jones, you'll actually be able to buy him from the shop. And he's honestly pretty cool. He's got a gun like a ton of other characters, but it shoots real bullets, which is absolutely hilarious. And he's also got this sick whip. Bam! And with that, we had finally truly achieved 100% completion of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. There are 2 main rewards for this. Firstly, for collecting all the golden bricks, you can build this gold fountain outside that will continually spray you with studs. Yes! I mean, not that I have anything to spend all this money on, but the satisfaction of just being sprayed in cash is good enough. Final bonus we get requires us to use our custom character. Oh, what the heck happened to you? Jimmy Funk, what happened to you? I mean, I know it's been a while since I used you, but jeez. Whoa, look, your character can do everything now. He's got the Force, he's got a gun. Oh, he can use C-3PO panels. He's even got a high jump. Sick. Besides flight, your custom character can now do anything in the game. I mean, you just 100% of the game, so you don't really have anything left to do, but still cool nevertheless. And that was all of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. And this game is just so dang charming. I still don't understand how the LEGO Group and TT Games just absolutely nailed what Star Wars is and what people love about it. Seriously, I feel like these might be the most perfect adaptations of these movies that could exist. And thanks again to the LEGO Group for sponsoring today's video. Let's all celebrate 30 whole years of LEGO games by putting in the comments our favorite favorite memories with Lego games. You know, since getting back into this game, I've been getting a ton of content on some of the other games. It's been making me want to go back and revisit some games. Like, I played Lego Batman and Lego Indiana Jones as a kid, but also I keep seeing stuff about that one Lego Marvel game where they added like every single character to ever exist. So I'm kind of interested in that one too. I don't know, let me know if there are any other Lego games you guys would like me to check out for 100%. I'd love to give some a visit. And if you enjoyed this video, I feel like you might enjoy this one of Grounded. These game types kind of scratch similar itches with like the collectathon thing, except that one you're like really tiny. I've also been posting some shorter 100% videos on my second channel, and it's all like live reaction gameplay. This one's on a horror game called Kinitopet, and I feel like you might like it. Alright, thank you guys all so much for watching. Let me know what game to 100% next, and bye!